Hi and welcome to another edition of Probier.at following this year's Brewers Advent Calendar provided by Kalea and the Beer Tasting Club. My name is Martin and I'm still welcoming you here from my little tasting studio right in the heart of Vienna. And today is going to be a special edition in two ways. The first way is I'm going to reveal a secret. I'm going to do this later on, but there's going to be a secret revealed and you got to stay tuned for that one. The second one is I was waiting desperately for a special beer style in this year's calendar to appear, and today it's going to happen. We have a Vienna lager, or Wiener lager as we say here in German, and yeah, we have a very nice Art Deco can style or can design, and this is very much reflecting on what you can see in Vienna. The bad news on the side is this beer was brewed by a Bavarian brewery, but the Vienna beer style, which was invented in 1841 here right close to the airport in Vienna, by Anton Dreher. He was brewing the first Vienna lager ever, and he made beer history. And the brewery is still existing. They are not on the same grounds anymore, and there's not much left from the old brewery, but the brewery Schwächerter is still existing, and the heritage they're carrying is huge. This beer was brewed by Privatbrauerei, private brewery EGERER, and yeah, we're coming now to this little secret I'm going to tell you. If you look on the back of most of the cans, it says that the beer was brewed and canned by Privatbrauerei EGERER. And you might think, is he brewing all those beers? This guy on YouTube is telling you stories about the different breweries that brewed their beer. To make a long story short, the Privatbrauerei EGERER got a new canning line in 2016. I'm going to reveal some of the history of the brewery later on, but this is very important for the Brewers Advent Calendar. But because the Beer Tasting Club was searching for a brewery that can brew beers with the breweries that are in the calendar and can them at the same time, because most of the breweries are so small they can't do thousands of cans that are needed for this calendar. So EGERER, the brewery EGERER, jumped in, and some of the beers are delivered there by tank, by truck, and canned there, and other beers are brewed on site and canned afterwards together with the respective breweries. The Vienna lager here we're having today is a beer brewed by the brewery themselves. They are family owned. They have around 50 employees if the website is right. So it's quite small. They are in Lower Bavaria and get their water from their own well. They started in 1919 with lemonade and mineral water. So there was no beer at the time, but they were quite successful. So they got a little bit of money and got the brewing rights in 1931. And just 1 year after they started brewing, they started providing or delivering their beer and of course also lemonade and mineral water with their own trucks. And home delivery service by truck was very uncommon at that time. They had horse carriages at the time in Germany, so they were quite innovative already at that time. In 2016 they got the canning line, and now they are doing contract brewings for a lot of breweries, and of course canning services, which is still not that much popular in Germany and Austria at this time. Yeah, we mentioned this Art Nouveau design. We mentioned Anton Dreher. There's nothing much left, I can tell you. So we got to dive into this beer. There was a lot of talking today, but a Vienna lager needs some talking if there's a guy talking to you right from Vienna. Oh, wow. To be honest, this doesn't look too much like a Vienna lager. It's quite bright golden color, clear, and to me Vienna lager should be a lot darker, We have a lot of carbonation in there. We have 3 fingers of foam, which is quite dense and stable. This is really, really nice. But the color at this moment doesn't remind me of a Vienna lager. But we're gonna check this beer. Oh, it's quite fresh. It's malty, definitely malty. A little bit of floral hops, but I'm still not sure. Let's dive into this one. Cheers. To be honest, it's maltier than it looks like. It's still very fresh, malty. There's some caramel, some bready flavor. So we're getting into the direction of a Vienna lager, but we're not there right now. It's a good one, no doubt about that. Light floral, grassy hops, medium bitterness, not too much sweetness. There's some sweetness, but it's not very dominant. Not really spicy to me. It's a well-balanced one. Very drinkable. If you would give me this beer in a blind tasting, I would say it's a really good Helles. It has a rather light body, lively carbonation, a slick texture, very drinkable, and it finishes a little bit drier. It's still malty, but it has some light hop flavor. But the maltiness is not so dominant as it should be for a Vienna lager. So, I'm a little bit confused now. What shall I do? I need to rate this beer, but I can rate it as it is. It is a real good one. If I would have to rate it as a Vienna lager, I have to deduct some points for this Vienna lager from Privatbrauerei EGERER. So I decide to rate it as a Vienna lager, and this means it's 3 out of 5 for the Vienna lager from Privatbrauerei EGERER, which provide all the cans. So let's give a little bit a hand of applause for EGERER providing all the cans. They do a really good job, and they do a proper good beer, but it's not like Vienna lager I was expecting. Take this from someone who is living in Vienna, and I wish you a good night. Take care, and see you tomorrow with another beer. Yeah, cheers.